My name's Angelo, and welcome to We Want Picks. Every single week, we break down full UFC fight cards. We give you our picks, our bets, and our fantasy plays. Make sure you like this video and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any of our content. And we're also giving away $50. Anybody who goes to WeWantPicks.com/bets, signs up with one of our 5 betting partners, and makes a deposit, will get $50 from us. Cash App, PayPal, Venmo, however you want it. And this is brought to you by EarnU.io. EarnU.io is the world's first sports and esports prediction game, allowing you to earn crypto risk-free. Check it out now at EarnU.io. Next up, at UFC Vegas 53, we have Rob Font taking on Marlon Vera in the main event. Rob Font is 19-5 overall, 4-1 in his last 5, and he's coming off a disappointing decision loss to Jose Aldo. Marlon Vera, 20-7 overall, 3-2 in his last 5, riding a 2-fight win streak. Rob Font, another Northeast guy. He's gritty, tough, and technical. Rob has solid power, pretty good chin. Jose Aldo tested it, but a pretty good chin, great boxing, and a great get-up game. He's primarily a boxer, so he doesn't kick often, but he doesn't need to because his hands are so clean and so fast, and he just works in and out of the pocket really well. He will enter the pocket, hit you, and leave before most fighters know what happened. If you look at his stats, he has fantastic volume and a solid striking differential of 3-2. He is coming off that loss to Jose Aldo, but Font won that fight statistically. I'm not arguing that he won the fight, but if you look at the stats and the stats only, he landed 193 strikes. Jose Aldo only landed 96. Font had 1 takedown. Jose had 0. But Font did give up 9 minutes of control time, and that was the differentiator. Jose Aldo's punches had a little more sting on him, and he was able to get some control time and win that fight. But Rob Font, talented guy, great boxer, and he has worked in wrestling successfully in the past. Marlon Vera. He's a Muay Thai striker who likes to fight ugly. He uses all 8 of his limbs. And when I say that, that's a traditional Muay Thai thing. You use 8 limbs. That's his elbows, his knees, his hands, and his feet. He's a pretty versatile guy, and he uses pretty wide array of attack styles. To round out his dangerous striking, he also brings a submission threat to the cage and an iron jaw. He has a ton of stoppage power and finishes. He does have a negative striking differential, and he can be hittable, but he does a good job of mixing in takedowns to avoid too much damage. He took down both Davy Grant and Song Yadong twice. I think this is a great fight night main event, right? This is what fight night main events should be. 2 contenders looking for 1 win, like title eliminator style fight, and it's a fun fight, and I'm really looking forward to it. Both guys are primarily strikers that do have grappling in their back pocket. I think Font is the much cleaner striker and specifically the better boxer, but Vera has a knack for making people fight like an in-your-face, less technical style. He forces technical people to not be technical. He just pulls that out of them, and if he can pull Font out of his range and get him in the pocket, he could definitely have some success. I do like Font to win. I think he's a little too composed, a little too well-rounded to get caught up in a firefight. I like Font to mirror some of the success he had against Jose Aldo, like his accuracy and his volume, but this time I think he gets the win. So Cheetah Vera has an incredible chin and a ton of power, so Rob is going to need to stay on point for the full 25 minutes, but I do like Rob Font to get the win, and I got him at -140 money line bet. I like Rob Font. People love Cheeto Vera. The comments on my quick pick video, like, you guys are obsessed with Cheeto Vera. But frankly, I just think there's levels, and I don't think Cheeto Vera is as good as Rob Font. What do you think, Jackie boy?
Yeah, let's go through the last 5 Cheeto Vera fights, because he lost versus Song Yadong. He was going to lose versus Sugar. I mean, Sugar was going to outstrike the shit out of this dude, blew out his ankle, so he gets a win versus Sugar. Then he loses versus Jose Aldo, so that's 3 losses in a row. And then he wins a decision versus Davy Grant. Then he fights Frankie Edgar, and he's getting the shit beat out of him the entire fight, finds a front kick, and ends up winning the fight versus Frankie Edgar. Now he's in a main event versus Rob Font, who outstruck Jose Aldo by 100 strikes. He did give I mean, flatlined a few times in that fight. He got absolutely leveled by Jose Aldo, but that's what Jose Aldo does, you know. And there's actually a stat where Jose Aldo has never lost against somebody that's not either the champion or the number one contender. That's the only people Jose Aldo has ever lost to is the champion or number one contender. So he was up against the very, very best, and still looked good in some of those exchanges, and was putting the pressure on and was there for the entire time. So, you know, I'm a openly Cheeto hater for whatever reason. I'm very biased. I have nothing really against the guy personally. He's very tough too. He's going to be there for all very 5 durable rounds. He is very tough. He's never been finished. He's going to be there in Rob Font's face. But as far as technicality, as far as, you know, just all around well-rounded mixed martial artist, Cheeto is just not on the level of Rob Font. The thing that worries me about this fight is Cheeto can get pretty slick with his submissions. He's got a good guillotine, and Rob Font showed in that Aldo fight a willingness to grapple, and he showed willingness to grapple. If I'm Rob Font, I think you need to grapple only to kind of slow the pace of Cheeto a little bit. Cheeto's not going to get tired. You're not going to break him down, but just to kind of throw him off a little bit with his striking. The takedown opportunities are going to be there. He throws a lot of kicks. The legs will be there, but in those takedowns, you got to be really careful of those guillotines, because I don't want this. I'm sick of the guillotines, guys. I'm sick of guillotines. There was 3 fighters last week that lost by guillotines that should have won the fight. Rob Font, I don't want you to be one of those guys that's going to lose by guillotine in this fight. I think you need 1 takedown a round. I think late in the round, 45 seconds, 30 seconds ago, go all in for a takedown. That way, in case you get caught in something, the round will end. You can survive that round. But Rob Font should dominate this fight. Cheeto Vera, very, very tough, but just not on that level. There's levels in this game. Rob Font's one of those next level guys. Cheeto Vera, very tough. He's not quite there. This should be a Rob Font unless something crazy happens, like one of those stupid-ass guillotines.
The comment section is wild. This guy, Michael McClanlin, going freaking nuts. I think he's Cheeto Vera's brother. This feels very similar to the Joel Alvarez breakdown, where the fans of the underdog were just rabid, foaming at the mouth, can't even fathom how we could be on the other side. Rob Font is a phenomenal striker. If you disagree, let's just look at his stats versus, you guys think Cheeto Vera is like the next coming of Christ. Well, Cheeto Vera gets punched in the face more than he punches other people. So, striking defense, not great. Cheeto Vera averages less than 1 takedown per fight. Cheeto Vera has a 42% takedown accuracy. And I get it. Not that Rob Font's grappling statistics are eclipsing that, but Rob Font is landing 5.64 significant strikes and only hit with 3.5. So Cheeto Vera statistically gets hit often. Pretty straightforward.
We're both on the dog. Even the dog's like, what the hell are you talking about? You hear? He's pissed off.
We both agree. Rob Font, I'm going to spend the $8,300. I already did a money line bet on Rob Font. Michael McClanlin, I hope you're here on Saturday or Sunday, whenever the hell, and come back and apologize. Just be a normal human being. Also,
and that's what, Robot Chicken Wings nailed it. That Sugar Sean fight was, he would have got knocked out clean. That would have been his first KO loss for Sugar Sean in that fight. He was getting destroyed in the striking. And Rob Font is a very dynamic striker with even more power than Sugar. This could be the first KO loss of Cheeto's career.
I don't think so. He's stupid.
I think if anyone is going to put out Cheeto, it might be Rob Font.
I just think this looks like this is going to sound extreme, like what Holloway did to Rob Font's teammate there. Calvin Kattar. I think he just lights him up on his feet. Just lights him up on his feet, beats him up. He ends up a little bloodied. Cheeto Vera is super tough, good everywhere, just not good enough. I mean, even look at the Monkey Knife Fight stats. He gets to these numbers by looking at their last fights. This is how many strikes Rob Font lands in his fights. Anyway, we're both on the Rob Font side. A couple of you rabid, irrational fans going absolutely bananas for Vera. I'm not going to disagree with somebody saying that Vera wins, but the all caps comments saying, "Are you crazy? He's going to die," makes no sense. You're all going to lose money. Go scream at children playing in the yard. Leave the breakdowns to the people.
Get off my grass. Get off my grass.
I don't know what to do with the monkey knife fight line. Those are giant numbers, so I'm not going to touch that monkey knife fight line. I'll wait to see if it moves throughout the week. If you guys want to keep arguing about these fights, I encourage you to join our free Discord. The Discord costs literally $0. There is a comment or a link in the description below. Hop in there, argue with each other there. And if you want 50 free bucks, 50 bucks for free, WeWantPicks.com/bets. We have 5 betting partners, 5 on the website, 5. Click one of those 5 links, make a deposit, we send you 50 bucks.